Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I want to discuss a few things. I want to leave some important factors as well as facts as well as things, um, realities and perceptions, and the mere fact that as human beings we all have um, dignity in a sense of we have rights, okay, as human beings, so long as we are not going against other people's human rights or other laws, and we are law abiding citizens. Our life and our life circumstances can go a lot more smoother and easier, okay? Especially when we are traveling to foreign lands or foreign places that we have a hard time kind of trusting the situation or the people around us, okay? So, as you know, I've been living in Jordan for the past several months. It's going to be 6 months soon. This is my second time here, and I'm going to return here because this is going to be my second home, and then eventually it may turn into my first home, okay? So if you're new to my channel, I am originally Armenian. I am a citizen of Armenia. I reside in Armenia. That is my country. That is where I come from, okay? Um, Armenian is my first language, despite what people think, despite how well I speak English. In the written form and through speaking, Armenian was my first language, even up to when I was 11 years old, 12 years old. I couldn't even read English properly. Okay, not a lot of people know that about me, but I want to get that out there. It took me about a little later than early high school, maybe even after high school, for me to really correct my vocabulary and learn how to properly read in English, despite where I was living, because I grew up with multicultural people, as well as I come from a multicultural, not multicultural background, but I come from a very strict upbringing myself, okay? So let's put that aside, let's put that away on the side now. I converted to Islam. I had the calling to convert to Islam 12 to 13 years ago, and I kept pushing it aside because if it was up to my logical, rational mind, I would have never converted to Islam. We have a historical, a lot of it's false, exaggerated, but we have a historical, as Armenians, many genocides and many situations that kind of tampered our connection to Islam, even though we were a nation that had accepted Islam at certain points in our history. If you go to Armenia, Islam, we do not have a hatred towards Islam. Nobody hates Islam. Lots of Muslims are in the country. They go in and out. They live there. They study there. They work there. It's not an issue, okay? However, a lot of things have been tampered with, as you can see what's going on with, and I'm sorry to bring politics in this, as you can see what's going on with Israel and Palestine. A lot of it was, it's tampered. And why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of European and Western cultures right now are kind of writing and speaking false information on how Jordan is not safe to travel because of the ongoing, war that's happening. I just want to reassure everybody watching that Jordan is very safe. I live right on the Red Sea. Whatever they're saying about the Houthis bombing Eilat, let me tell you, every day I show videos of Eilat on my stories. Nothing is happening. There's no bombs going off. There's no Houthis, anything going on. It's all an exaggeration. Because they don't want people to come here and spend money here and feel a connection to this area. It's just a scare tactic. It's manipulation. It's not real. It's not happening, okay? Another thing I want to say is if you're a woman or a man, but particularly a foreign woman, if you're going to travel alone, or if you are somebody that's traveling here from the West, I want to suggest that you connect with people who are going to take care of you, in a sense of make sure you're voicing what is important to you, to be safe, okay? Not that I'm saying this country is not safe. What I'm trying to say is you can, look, anywhere in the West, okay? whether you're from the States or Europe, there's danger everywhere if you're kind of oblivious to something. Again, this country is a lot more safer than any other nation I've probably been to. Let's be honest, it's more safer than Armenia, and Armenia is a safe country. But we don't want you to gallivant all over the place with your body showing. I have tattoos all over my body. It was maybe a 15 to 18 year process of me getting tattoos. I started when my father died, who was born and raised in Turkey, and he would have totally, disowned me if he had, witnessed me with all these tattoos. But my point is, cleansing, that I'm not telling you to wear a niqab like I am right now, but it would be beneficial if you could just respect yourself and respect the culture and the place and the area that you're going, and just kind of dress appropriate, okay? You don't have to literally wear a traditional outfit, but long dresses or loose fitted pants, if I walk with my hair showing and my body showing, people are going to think I'm a call girl, okay? Let's be honest. They're going to perceive me as a call girl, and they're not going to leave me alone. Now, with that being said, I have had to, unfortunately, because I've been witnessing other people being harassed because they're not kind of, there's this thing where, there's fantasies of people who have foreign, they see foreigners as an exotic way to get out of the country, and they use erotic things because they watch porns a lot, okay? This is a very brutal, honest thing right now. I myself, when I was, any Bedouin experience I have had in Jordan has been very respectful, okay? Maybe one or two things, there was a little bit of a confusion there, but it's all been cleared out because there have been very good people that have been in control of the situation, as well as, though, again, ladies, even men, you have to kind of allow yourself to know not to put yourself in a situation. And if you are in a situation where it's out of your control, don't be afraid to go to the authorities, okay? Because there are, unfortunately, like many countries in the world, there are illegal immigrants, Arab or non-Arabs, in this country who are working, and they're illegally in the country and they're illegally working. So if they are ever contacting you, harassing you, or bothering you, romantically giving you gestures to leave the country, or what you do for them, please get the authorities involved, okay? Because I have witnessed this through several factors, and I have put in the actions to get these, I don't want to say the men doing this or the women doing this. I'm targeting the businesses that are hiring these foreign individuals and not giving them permits, because it's putting these people in a situation where they're desperately trying to get out and trying to romanticize the foreign person coming in to get out, okay? Now, with that being said, okay, I have a friend who, like I said, I have been with them. Her name is Natalie, and I've mentioned her in my previous post before coming here. Nomad Natty, culture trips, okay? So she is married to a Palestinian Jordanian, and so she has a Jordanian citizenship, but she's in and out of the country, somewhat so much similar as to how I am in and out of the country, going back and forth between Armenia and Jordan. This may not be particularly targeting, okay, traveling per se, in a sense of the trips that I'm about to bring up, but it's important that I put the video together because I want you to be aware that, listen, you don't want to walk naked in your own neighborhood outside, right? Because it attracts problems. So whether you are naked physically or not, it's a metaphor. Even if you're naive or you're taking actions that you feel are not supportive or you're with the wrong group, it's very important for you to get yourself out of the situation or speak to authorities to help you get out of the situation, or even contact the person who helped you get there so that they can take actions to protect you and get you protection, okay? So the group that I came with, or the group that I was with, which is connected to Nadi, these are local Bedouins from Petra. Now, half of Petra has a reputation of doing this kind of thing, okay? Luckily, knock on wood, because of many factors. They know of me, they know I'm a serious person. They were very respectful of me. There was probably about 10 to 30 Bedouins, maybe, yeah. Very respectful, okay? We went to Wadi Araba. They've invited me multiple times to go. It's just that I have things here that I've been taken care of. I literally had to put a foreign Egyptian in prison, who is still in prison, who's going to be actually staying in prison for 7 years, if not more, because he's showing to the government that he has mental illness. Now, mental illness is real. From time to time, we all experience some form of mental illness. But if someone is saying no, and they keep doing it, when you tell them you're going to get the authorities involved, and then he's in prison and doing this to other women, or doing this to local people, and doing this to the owners here, or disrespecting people, then what happens is the law, even though I dropped the case for the sake of Allah, and I dropped the case for my own protection, because I'm coming back here in January, and I don't want to deal with going in and out of courts, okay? So what that did is it actually protected me by dropping the case. But that doesn't mean he's not going to face consequences. That's why he's still in prison, and he's going to remain in prison, okay? And then they'll put him in Egypt, but who knows after how many years of him serving. My point is, I'm not telling you to go on this psychotic rampage of being vengeance, especially when I'm saying that, you know, Jordan is a safe country. There's nothing wrong with Arabs, because I've never really faced any issues. I grew up with different cultural Arabs. I grew up with different religious backgrounds of Arabs. They are like any human individual out there. However, we don't want to base racism or hatred against other people and their religions just because one or two things have happened, okay? And people are writing things out that are against. If you have experienced something, or if you do not feel safe in a situation, it's important to voice yourself, and whoever you're with should be helping you, okay? Don't come with illegal companies. Don't get yourself involved with illegal factors or situations. So, on that note, pushing that aside now, we are going to Saudi Arabia and Oman. Now, because we are not fully booked, and that is because, you know, like I said, people are writing things out. The West is writing things out. Tourism, I'm showing people videos. There's not much tourists. There are tourists still coming, but they're not coming as much as they usually come, because Jordan is a really hot spot for traveling. The locals are very, very respectful and friendly towards people in general. I've never witnessed anybody come up to me and start grabbing me or groping me. So, I mean, they stare, but that's a normal thing to do. Another thing that you want to look into is just research, okay? I think it's very important for you to research something on your own, rather than just kind of jumping the gun and believing every single thing you read, every article you read about this war zone or that war zone, because the Middle East is pretty safe, and the entire world is changing right now. As you can see, Saudi Arabia has been welcoming a lot of Americans. They've been changing their laws, welcoming people of all walks of life. So we're going to be doing that, and the trips should be between early November to mid to late November, because we're doing back-to-back trips, okay? Whether I should get into detail about the trips, probably I'll make another video about that, but right now I just wanted to get the whole factor of, it's just very vitally important that, okay, even if you're safe, whether you're with a group or traveling solo, Sometimes things can happen out of the external, which is, out of anyone's control, really, that can throw people off, or something can happen that doesn't go according to plan in terms of safety. And that can be even hiking, that could be with anything at all. Um, Again, it's very important in a respectful manner to voice yourself, speak about it with either the authorities or the authority in regards to who kind of got you there, whether it's a driver, whether it's the guide, a tour guide, the people who you're booking your stay with. It's just very important in a respectful manner to voice yourself if you feel you're in a situation, okay? And if you're being harassed, it's very important, okay? Just keep your eyes open and don't be afraid to report people for harassment, because that can happen anywhere in any country. It can happen anywhere, okay? So I just want to leave this video at this, and just kind of, if you have any questions, please send me a message, leave a comment. I'm your girl. Like, I'm the one who's been doing the solo traveling. So if anybody has the experience in seeing everything and hearing everything, it's me. Let me tell you, it's me. I don't get easily sucked into or pulled into easily situations that go outside, like out of my control. But if I do, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, I do get myself back in order, and I do believe in justice, and I believe in Allah, and I believe in kifara, which is a form of karma, that in order to get someone in to wake them up that what you're doing is not right, you have to get the authorities involved, okay? Don't treat people horrible. Treat people how you expect to be treated. It's important for you to know when to speak and when not to speak in terms of, language. Language is important. And that's it. I think that's all I want to say. I want to mention one more thing. I do not associate with people who expect women who are coming out of the country or in this country to pay for things. So there has been a person from Yemen, okay, who is working illegally in Oman right now. And I'm going to be getting some investigation going on here in terms of this. Who's working illegally and living in the country illegally. But the point is, this person is looking at foreigners who are coming here as a target to get out of the country, especially if it's an older European woman. So I want you to be aware that I don't deal with these situations, meaning I don't get involved with people who are doing illegal things. I don't get involved or associate with women, whether they're older or younger or European or not, who are coming in the country to sleep with people or to do things that are anti-Islam or anti-human rights or anti-anything for the sake of money. This is not, goes against everything I believe in. And I want to get a lot of things clear, because this is the time of Ramadan, okay? Ramadan is the time to speak on these matters. At least I'm getting a lot processed through out in public that I probably thought I would have waited until I got back to Armenia, but it's important I get out now. So I wish you all the best. Know again that the Middle East is a very safe place to travel, but you have to always understand that please don't put yourself in a situation where you're, let's say I'm protected. Let's say I know what I'm doing. Let's say, but sometimes when we are in a situation that we're forced into because of other situations or other people or other circumstances, and a lot is going on, a dangerous situation can happen, or we become vulnerable and we make errors and we welcome a situation that's not coming for the benefit of ourselves or others. Again, like I said, give it a little bit of time for you to get up, brush yourself up, pat yourself on the shoulder for what you just endured, whatever reason, whatever happened. Allow yourself to kind of digest what's happening. But emotionally, please be aware that you need to take care of yourself and take actions, because no one should be treated disrespectfully when they're in their own environment or traveling by anyone, by locals, by foreigners, or even their own people, not even their own guides. Okay. Why I'm making this video is because I'm a truth speaker. I believe in being righteous. I'm not perfect, but I believe in being righteous. I have purity and clarity in my heart. I work on my nafs on a regular basis. This is why I choose to remain alone in certain circumstances, because I need time and healing on a regular basis, okay, to work on myself and my heart and clearing my heart. So I want to wish you guys all the best, and I'm sure I will have more videos coming out soon, okay? So take care, and bye now.